On the morning of March 18, 2025, detectives in rural Tennessee made a discovery so disturbing that even seasoned investigators stepped back in disbelief. Inside a burnt-out SUV, found on a lonely back road just outside Knoxville, officers uncovered a set of bone fragments, a melted cell phone frozen in mid-dial, and a single handwritten note sealed in plastic. The note read, "You were warned, SP." Minutes before the fire, the missing person believed to be inside that vehicle had called 911 and whispered, "They found me. Please hurry." The line went silent. Moments later, the car exploded, and America woke up to a crime so calculated, so chilling, and so mysterious that it quickly became known nationwide as the case that shook America in 2025. If you are listening to this, welcome to Cold Case Stories. Today, we dive into the most unsettling case of the year, one that investigators say rewrote the rules of modern crime. Let's begin. Marissa Hale was a 38-year-old investigative journalist, known for exposing corruption in law enforcement, private prisons, and political finance. On February 7th, 2025, she vanished after telling her closest friends she had uncovered something enormous. She didn't give details. She only said, "If anything happens to me, it wasn't an accident." Security footage captured Marissa leaving a Nashville coffee shop at 8:14 p.m. She looked over her shoulder twice, walked quickly toward her car, and clutched her phone tightly. Behind her, a dark sedan pulled into frame, with its headlights off. The vehicle paused, then slowly rolled out of view. This was the last confirmed footage of her alive. When Marissa didn't show up to work the next morning, her editor filed a report. Authorities arrived at her apartment and found it ransacked. Her laptop was smashed, her papers were shredded, and spray painted across her living room wall were the words, "Stop digging." There were no fingerprints, no signs of forced entry, and no usable DNA. But something felt wrong. The intruder ignored her valuables. They didn't steal money or equipment. Whoever broke in wasn't there for property. They were there for a message. Phone records revealed she had taken a call the night she disappeared. The contact name on her phone read, "Do not answer." She answered anyway. The call lasted just 27 seconds. Whatever was said in that call, Marissa didn't survive the night. 2 days later, investigators made their first major discovery. Marissa's rental car was found behind a rundown motel near the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Inside one of the rooms, detectives found a half-eaten sandwich, empty water bottles, pages torn from a notebook, and a voice recorder that was still running when officers arrived. On the recording, a man's voice said, "You don't know what you're dealing with, Marissa. They'll erase you. They erase everything." A door slammed. Footsteps, a struggle, then silence. The next major clue came from the burnt SUV discovered weeks later. The note inside read, "You were warned, SP." Initially, investigators believed the initials belonged to a suspect. But under ultraviolet light, analysts found faint marks beneath the ink that spelled Spear. Marissa had been researching a classified corporate government operation known only as Project Spear. Her notes, emails, and recordings suggested the program involved data harvesting, prison labor, unauthorized surveillance, and political bribery. The threat wasn't signed by a person, it was signed by a project. On March 18th, at 4:12 a.m., the car fire was reported. When the scene was processed, detectives found bone fragments, burned items, and the melted cell phone Marissa used to call 911 from inside the vehicle. Forensic audio reconstruction captured her last moments. Her voice was shaky but clear. "Please, they trapped me. I can't get out. The door won't..." An explosion cut the call short. Experts confirmed the ignition was triggered remotely. Someone set that fire from a distance. Someone who knew exactly where Marissa was. The case exploded across national media. Politicians demanded answers. Activists protested. Online investigators dug into every detail. Americans didn't see this as a random crime. They saw it as a whistleblower taken out by something powerful and well-organized. It became the most searched crime story in the United States for 8 consecutive weeks. But then came a twist so shocking, it flipped the investigation upside down. The remains found inside the burnt SUV weren't Marissa's. DNA confirmed they belonged to an unidentified male between the ages of 40 and 55. This revelation changed everything. If the remains weren't hers, then Marissa might still be alive, or those responsible wanted the world to believe she had died. In July, a newsroom in Nashville received an anonymous flash drive. The drive contained one file labeled Spear Archive 01. Inside were redacted emails, financial documents, and surveillance footage. The final page of a transcript read, "Neutralize her before she exposes the structure." Her referred to Marissa. Public outrage grew even stronger. Protesters demanded accountability. Investigative journalists across the country picked up where Marissa left off. And, for the first time, federal agencies acknowledged that they were reviewing information related to Project Spear. Then, in late September, a surveillance camera in a Colorado bus station captured a woman wearing a hood, sunglasses, and a mask. She paused, looked directly into the camera, and walked away. When the footage was analyzed using advanced facial recognition, the system returned an 89.6% probability that the woman was Marissa Hale. If it was her, then she escaped, or she was being moved, or someone wanted investigators to think she was still alive. To this day, the FBI has not confirmed the sighting. As of December 2025, no arrests have been made. Project Spear has been denied by every agency questioned. The unidentified male victim remains nameless, and the handwritten note, "You were warned," still haunts investigators. What happened to Marissa Hale? Did she escape? Was she silenced? Or did she uncover a machine powerful enough to erase both criminals and journalists? This case shook America because it exposed a terrifying possibility. The most dangerous crimes aren't committed in darkness. They're committed in plain sight by those who ensure the truth never reaches the public. This remains the most disturbing and widely discussed case of 2025. And until answers surface, the mystery of Marissa Hale continues to grip the nation. Do you believe Marissa is still alive? Or did the people she exposed make sure she vanished forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is Cold Case Stories. Thank you for listening. Stay alert, stay curious, and remember, the truth never stays buried forever.